If I could, I would just tell Tank, mate, what's going on? Okay, 3, 2. Hey guys, we're back again with another video. And I know I did say I'll post on Sunday, but here we are on Thursday. But you know what's going to stay the same? Me talking about boxing. As you know, I love a long form video. I do want to say thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed, who comments, who likes. I really do appreciate it. It does mean the world to me. And I do hope to continue to stay consistent and make these videos because I love talking boxing and you probably like watching boxing content. That's probably why you're here. So hi and welcome. I do got to say, we are definitely going to talk about Isaac Cruz versus Roach. And do you know what? I didn't see it ending in a draw. I did not see it ending in a draw. I thought we was going to get a clear-cut winner. And I've got to say, like, I can only imagine how frustrated Lamont Roach must feel. Like, you're having two fights back to back that end in a draw. And yes, the fans are split. I have seen so many comments from boxing fans saying, Lamont Roach won it. No, Isaac Pitbull Cruz won it. And then I think everyone's split. Like, who won that fight? But it was a close fight. And here's what I think: just run it back. Let's just have a rematch. Let's just have it out again. And hopefully we don't have to wait too long. And hopefully it's not a case of them fighting other people again. And then we get the rematch. I think it should just be quite imminent. Like, we would like to see who's gonna win out of the pair, out of the both of you. But what I do think is quite interesting, right, is the fact that Tank has now gotten involved and he said he would have a rematch with Isaac Cruz. And my thoughts are just like, Tank, I think you got the wrong guy. I think the guy that you might want to have a rematch with, maybe if I'm wrong, or maybe I'm saying this as a boxing fan, will it not be the guy you fought last that ended in a draw and you took a knee because you had grease in your eye? Is that not the person you probably want to have a rematch with and not Pitbull, Isaac Cruz, who you won against? I don't know. That's just me. That's just my thoughts. And maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm just saying that because I still want to see that damn rematch. But it almost feels like it's not going to happen. That's what it feels like. It feels like there's no talks about it. I don't know, but it should be a fight that we get to see again. And I think that fight calls for a rematch. Absolutely. But do you know what? We'll see what happens. Let's hope it's a fight that we get in 2026. This week, we also had the launch press conference for Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. And I've got to say, I was thinking we was going to get more back and forth. We was going to see Tio's big personality. And we just didn't get that, like, whatsoever. And it did make me think, like, what is Tio's mindset going into this fight? We did see in his previous fight that he had this big personality. He was really selling the fight. Absolutely, he really was. And he's good for that. He is. He's entertaining. But it wasn't there. It just wasn't there. And even Shakur mentioned it, in his interview. He also found it really interesting that Teofimo Lopez believes he's got nothing to lose going into this fight. When, mind you, it is Shakur Stevenson that's moving up. And if he wins, he does win against the current champion and he does take Tio's titles that's on the line. So it's really interesting for him to say that. But I do think that maybe he is saying that because if he does win, he wins maybe against a great opponent or who he considers a great opponent, which I do think that is the case, that he does see Shakur as a great opponent because he was singing his praises and just saying how great he was. So I don't know if he's seeing it from that lens, but honestly, like, there wasn't much that I can get from it, from the fact that they both believe that they can win, that Shakur's very confident. And do you know what? I say the bigger guy, and I mentioned the weight thing, but I don't know, it's just 5 pounds. It's not that much really that Shakur's going up in weight for this fight. But you know what? Teofimo Lopez has been the bigger guy. He was moving up in weight way more before that Shakur Stevenson was anyways. And like, now here we are, and now the fight is actually happening. I do think this fight makes for a great fight. We all know that Shakur Stevenson has got a phenomenal defense, and we know that Teofimo Lopez does know how to lock in and get ready for a fight when he's stepping into the ring with an opponent like Shakur Stevenson. So nevertheless, it's due to be a great night for boxing. As always, do follow me on my socials at Boxing with Steph, both on TikTok and on Instagram, where I share videos daily on what's happening in the lovely world of boxing. And I'm going to speak to you guys on Sunday.